What is going on, prosperity practitioners? Brandon Hanley here, the voice of a generation. The voice of a generation. I've got an anonymous one here for you today. What do you think we've got? What do you think we've got? Anonymous submission is submit to God and be at peace with Him. In this way, prosperity will come to you. Ooh, submit to God and be at peace with Him. In this way, prosperity will come to you. I think that if you would have come to me even a year ago, year and a half ago, I would have been, this would not have been one that I would have picked. This would not have been one that I would have picked. However, having gone through this past year and reading and listening to such authors as Florence Scovel Shinn, Wallace D. Wattles, and listening to Course in Miracles, taking the Course in Miracles, reading a Course in Miracles, and really internalizing a lot of this type of stuff. And one of the ones that Florence Scovel Shinn mentions is giving in to and submitting to the will of God, or not necessarily, it's letting all your problems rest with God. And in the sense of, why focus on your worries, is what she's saying. What good is it to focus on your worries? This really plays well into having a prosperous mindset again. And you can focus on your lack, or you can focus on all the prosperity that you see, all the good that you see in your life, and you can focus on that. Or you can focus on the lack, or you can focus on the prosperity. So if you submit to God, if you submit to your subconscious, if you submit to the universe, Allah, whoever or whatever it is that you believe is bigger than yourself, that is a part of the divine, that is a part of the everything that you don't think that you are, but you are a part of, right? You're a part of the universe. You got no part in saying that you're not a part. What else could you be? Are you within the containment of this one verse, the universe? How could you be separate from it? And if and where inside of that, with God, with Yahweh, Allah, all of these, right? With all of this, let your problems rest on the universe to figure it out. You figure out the good that you're going to bring into the world. You know that you are the creative vehicle. You know that you tune in to Source, right? You are the receiver. I was listening to The Positive Side the other day, which is a great podcast run by a friend of mine named Jeremy Todd. And he had on a guest, another friend of mine who, I'm very pleased to know, who was just a wonderful man and a great Christian. Those two don't always go together. Or do they? What do I know? What I do know is that Jesse Cole of Kingdom Mogul mentioned this. He says, he talks to God every morning. He asks God every morning, how do you want to use me today? And that is putting yourself into the receptive mode. You don't pick up the phone unless you want to answer or to talk to somebody, do you? You're receiving communication. Jesse is putting himself in communication mode. He's opening up all lanes of information he is receiving. When he opens himself up, he says, God, how can I be of service to you today? How can I be of service today? How can you create through me? guide my actions today? How can you guide my actions? And I just think that's super powerful. And I think that when we do that, when we submit to God and be at peace with Him, there's no static in the line. There's no static in the line. It is crystal clear. It is fiber optic. It is high download speeds. And in that way, if you're willing to open up to the creative sources of the universe, God, the universe, source, you are opening up and allowing prosperity to come to you. And if you see this quote in another way, hit me up. I want to know where I went astray. I want to know what you may have done differently with this quote. How would you interpret this quote? That is the only way I can interpret that quote. Today, with what I know today. And if you have not already signed up for the prosperity practice, if you are having difficulties finding prosperity in your own life, I would love it if you reached out to me, Brandon, at prosperity-practice.com and said, Brandon, what's up? I want to know about the prosperity practice. I will let you know. I will direct you, or you can go directly to prosperity-practice.com. Find out a little bit for yourself. The free male accountability coaching program that will set you free. I don't know if it'll do that or not. It set me free. It set my creativity free. It set my ability to create on fire. And, I hope that is something that can inspire you. I hope that it is something that you could use in your life. And if you feel like it is something that you could use in your life, head on over and grab it, guys. It is currently available to you free of dollar costs. That does not mean that it's not going to cost you some time and effort. Look, you got to put the time in. I can't do the work for you. I can't see your vision for you. You've got to see your vision for you. All right, guys, take it easy. Bank.